Hey guys, it's Paradise and it's a new day, so we have another weapon, and this time the Lance mains can finally rejoice. It's looking even more reactive, mobile, and gives me even more Ancient Warrior vibes than ever before. There's reworked switch skills, which I think people will be happy about, a super fast thrust attack, even more guards and counters, and more. With a new weapon dropping each day, we have you covered with a breakdown every day, so stay locked in and subscribe below and drop a like if you're enjoying the series. We start off with a close-up of the Hunter, and I'm really loving the look of the armor set and weapon, with its kind of metal rivet or scale accents all over it. This is kind of giving me Balahara vibes, the new worm monster, except it's obviously metal, which is a bit odd here. But maybe this is the Balahara or a version of the Balahara's armor and weapon, we're not quite sure. The actual gameplay starts off with a showcase of why the Lance is one of the ultimate defensive weapons, capable of guarding incoming attacks easily and then dishing out the pain in return. You can see the Hunter gets slightly knocked back with each hit, and remember there are skills that reduce knockback and stamina damage while guarding, which is just great for the Lance. After this, we see some awesome moves. The Lancer side hops while also jabbing at the same time, which looks very fluid. This is adding to our mobility and our options mid-combat, and remember the usual classic Lance side hops go into a thrust combo afterwards, so combining them here is really cool to see. Also notice perhaps these attacks are super fluid because the pokes look like they're dealing water damage, as seen with the little visual effects on hit that looks like a splash of water with little droplets going everywhere. It could be a regular hit effect, but it does look very water-like to me. After a few more jabs and some repositioning side hops, the Hunter goes into a rapid double jab and high thrust, which with the speed this is executed, I don't think I've seen before. It looks like a particularly fast and awesome move, perhaps being a great option to dish out some good burst damage if you have the opening to commit. After this, there is a short clip of a very cool looking shield bash that's giving me Spartan warrior vibes. Essentially, it looks like a quick bop on the monster after a good timed guard just as the attack is about to hit you. Interestingly, the shield looks like it's hitting the monster with water elemental damage as well as it has the same visual effect on hit. This move overall looks like a faster or reworked version of the shield tackle from Sunbreak, which is really cool to see. After this, we have another amazing move of the Lance. It looks like an updated power guard where the player enters a guarding stance with a blue glow, and just when you get hit, the Hunter goes into a jumping high thrust which looks super meaty on hit. And afterwards, we have what I believe is a demonstration of a counter thrust, similar to the previous move, but allowing the Hunter to tank an incoming attack and then follow up with whatever attack is desired, such as the mid thrust and dash attack that we see executed here to punish the monster in the opening. Afterwards, we see the new Focus Strike move, which has me excited because it looks really awesome and very aggressive. The Hunter starts with a powerful shield uppercut into a guarding rush that looks like the shield charge from Monster Hunter Rise that rapidly tick damages the monster. Finally, the Hunter goes into an extremely strong thrust that pops all the red wounds and weak points for no doubt dealing massive damage. This move looks particularly nasty and weighty, and you know it's going to feel super badass to pull off mid-match. I do wonder if the shield charge part of it will also incorporate the guard element to the shield charge that could perhaps mean you can do this through an incoming attack on a monster. After this, we see what just might be a new perfect guard for the Lance. The Hunter charges up an attack, which it looks like he's open to get clonked by the monster. But the Lance is no pushover of a weapon, and just as he's about to get hit, it looks like he releases the charge, which counters the incoming hit and immediately executes a double thrust back on the monster for a powerful hit that flinches it. And after this, we see something a bit more standard. The Lancer goes into a dash attack, which then goes into a jumping thrust, and I always love the dash attack of the Lance, so I'm very happy to see this showcased a few times here. Finally, we get to see a new Clash attack, which is proving rare in these weapon previews. The Lancer's shield is shoved in the monster's mouth as he does a quick jab in the monster's face, which looks very visceral. Overall, I think the Lance is looking pretty meaty. Yes, there isn't any crazy flashy moves like the tracer arrow that the bow had yesterday, but it looks very on brand for the Lance. You're going to be able to hold your ground, jab the monster, do all of these guards, perfect guards, counters and whatnot, the Lance is looking very meaty. What are you liking most about the Lance out of this preview? Tell us below, and here's the full showcase for you to enjoy.